We at Sydney Visa have been successfully helping people to move to Australia for the past 20 years, and we know Australian immigration law inside out. But we totally understand that most of the people who wish to move to our green continent know nothing about such terms as skill migration, point tests, regional sponsorship, etc. So, if you are one of those people and complete dummy in Australian immigration rules, this video is for you. Firstly, let me introduce ourselves quickly. My name is Yana and I'm a consultant at Sydney Visa, immigration law firm that has been operating in Australia since 1999. Our channel, Sydney Visa, has been created to help people understand the intricacies of the immigration practice, so we are here to help you. Firstly, let's establish that there are four major routes if you wish to relocate to Australia. First is family migration. So these are spouses, children, parents and other relatives of already existing Australian PR residents and citizens. So the main criteria here is to have such a relative who can sponsor you for the visit to Australia. Second stream is for business or business or invest migration. This way is for those individuals who have plenty of money or a serious experience running a business. Minimum qualification for this visa is the net total business or personal asset of at least 800,000 Australian dollars. Third is a humanitarian program. This way is for people that are being either prosecuted in their homeland or are from a country where there is a current military conflict. So basically the refugees. And fourth route is for those people that don't have loads of money, don't have an Australian relative, not from a military-ridden country. This stream is for the rest of us and is referred to as skilled migration. I'm going to come back to it in a minute in much more detail. Here I would like to mention that there are many people who are greatly misinformed that there is an additional route to Australia through Australian education. I want to stress that there is no such pathway, right? There is no such pathway as through getting an education. After the completion of the Australian studies, one will need to go through that lastly mentioned route, which is the skilled migration. Of course, there will be certain advantages over people who don't have an Australian education, but nonetheless, you need to satisfy all the criteria prescribed for skilled migration candidates. So I'll go through them in a minute. Another misconception is that one can come to Australia on a working visa and stay. Well, getting an Australian temporary work visa in the first place is not a very straightforward process. One of the major conditions is an existence of an employer who is able and willing to sponsor you for the visa. This means that you need to find work in Australia remotely from your home country, and it's just not any work, right? Your profession needs to be on a specific list that the Australian government updates periodically. It needs to pay a minimum wage of at least $54,000 a year, plus super, which is about 9%. So even if you manage to secure an employer, he needs to be eligible to sponsor overseas workers and needs to prove to the government of Australia that he cannot hire an Australian worker. So let's go back to the fourth path I mentioned earlier, skilled migration. Skilled migration is the most popular migration path to Australia for the professionals under 45 years of age. What is skilled migration? Well, Australia has quite a small population. There is only 26 million of us on 7.7 million square kilometers of land. For Australia to continue its economic growth, it requires an influx of population that is achieved through immigration, but quality immigration. People that would contribute to the economic development, economic growth of the country, so basically qualified people. So, what makes you qualified for skilled migration program? Firstly, which is probably understandable from the name of the program, one needs to be skilled. This means that you need to be need to have a specialization that is in demand by an Australian economy. What professions are in demand is determined by the Australian government and is updated periodically, as I said earlier, via skilled occupation list. The link to it I'll leave in a description to this video. Please keep in mind that your profession for immigration purposes is not determined by the speciality prescribed in your diploma. The profession for immigration is determined by your work experience and specific tasks that you perform during your work life, and to a lesser degree by the diploma. You still need one, although there are some professions where you can go without. Therefore, the choice of profession for the application can be a creative process, with which, by the way, we can assist you completely free of charge. All you need to do is fill out a questionnaire, link in the description, and submit it to us. We will help you to pick a profession from the list of eligible occupation and evaluate your chances of obtaining a skilled visa to Australia. But to only have eligible occupation is not sufficient. In order to be eligible to get into the program, one needs to also have good English. Minimum requirement is competent English, which is a mark of all 6 in all modules in IELTS or equivalent to that. And you need to be 45 years of age or younger. If you have an eligible occupation, sufficient English, and of age younger than 45 years old, you can apply through expression of interest in a system called Skills Select. The idea is you're letting Australian government know that you're eligible and would like an opportunity to come to Australia. At this point, your score is calculated through point test. Minimum score is required is 65. And the points are awarded for your age, education, work experience, the level of your English, and a few other factors. Generally, applicants with the highest scores are then selected and invited to apply for a visa. There is definitely much more to the process, but this is an introductory video only. Stay tuned to our channel, Sydney Visa, and we will be posting more videos about specifics of Australian point tests, assessment, nominations, visa options, and much more. If you have any questions, please post them here on the channel in the comment section, and we will endeavour to answer them ASAP. Share this information with your friends. Cheers from down under. Goodbye.